Yo, today we'll be reacting to Snow White was something. I heard it was bad. Didn't watch it because, you know what I'm saying? Grown man. So, what's
OMG,
up?
so bad. My 5-year-old was so upset because the cartoons she watched did not look the same as the film.
She is 5. Unless she is destined from birth. When God created her and put her in your stomach, said she's gonna be a movie critic. She did not care. She just watched the movie. 5-year olds don't have just in-depth opinions on how a movie looks. As long as the movie is a movie, they don't care.
Everything wrong with modern cinema. Completely destroying childhood memories. Disney ruined the Snow White of my childhood. It almost made me cry in the theater. This is not the Snow White from my childhood. Trash. Absolutely atrocious.
I ain't gonna lie, as an adult, if you are going to watch Disney movies, like for the fun of it, you shouldn't have an opinion. I ain't gonna lie. You can watch the movie. I'm not saying you're too old to watch the movie, blah, 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 blah. But if you have a job, you have enough money to pay for a movie ticket, you can just watch the old Snow White. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's never that deep.
As a grizzled movie critic with a nose for wait, did I write this? Why are they doing this? I've seen Steven Seagal movies better than this. Well, I guess we're doing this. For years now, we've been learning so much about this movie against our will. For years, we've seen Peter Dinklage saying how Disney better not cast any little people. For years, we've heard how Rachel Zegler loves Snow White, but also thinks it's really stupid. Which, like, what a thing to say about the movie you're gonna be in, though. You know what I mean? But even beyond that, all this hullabaloo of everyone being so upset about this movie is literally the funniest thing, okay? Because, like, as if any of you have ever had a single thought about freaking Snow White. I mean, it is kind of funny how they took literally the only thing about the
Factual. I thought this with the Little Mermaid. It's like you're over the age of 30. Relax. Oh my god, you are not the target audience for this. They don't Disney's not worried about you. They want your kids. Pause. But yeah, if you Disney adults, I made a video about this a while ago. Pack it up. You are 30. You pay taxes. You can enjoy the movies, but over here have an in-depth analysis over a children's movie.
character and got rid of it. All right, so who is Snow White? She has like really pale white skin? Okay, well, we definitely can't have that. But even more hilarious is everyone clamoring on about how Disney is besmirching the sanctity of Snow White. As if any of you ever cared until now. Like,
Swear to God.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Snow White is not real. But okay, so the movie came out to rave reviews, and now that I can finally make a video about it, I wanted to take a step back away from all the easy dunks and ask the question, on its own, is Snow White good, actually? I mean, the movie did so bad that Disney has halted all current live-action remakes, even the Hercules one, inspired by TikTok.
I'm gonna lie, they are never getting casted in anything again. Hopefully they made some good investments because packed.
Thank goodness for that. But okay, let's talk about Snow White. Oh no, it's the people who comment on my videos. I saw your Encanto video, Alex. You think you can just make fun of my favorite billion-dollar company's commercial products and get away with it? I mean, yeah?
You thought
wrong.
No, wait, hold on a second. See, it's just a live-action Snow White movie this time. I see. Well, the council has granted you permission. This time. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. You really have nothing to lose, so use my link and sign up today. Okay, back to the show.
Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom ruled by a virtuous queen and king. One winter's night, a blizzard swept through their land.
I don't know why I think that's cap because, like in the olden days, I know that king definitely had some people You feel me? For stepping on his shoes or looking at his wife the wrong way. You feel me? A couple of gestures probably got packed for telling an unfunny joke. So
But leaving them a most precious gift, a princess was born.
Oh, wait, so the snow brought them a baby? Yeah, you know, my sister tried running that same exact line back in high school. So in this remake, fairest of them all refers to Snow White being really nice, and not about how she has the same sickly, hermetic complexion of someone who never goes outside except when the Uber Eats comes, like me. So the movie starts off with a song about how there's like gems in the ground, and then Snow White's like, yeah, it's cool, my dude, think maybe you could back up a little bit, please? But one day, the queen falls ill and passes away, leaving just the king and Snow White. But then, everything changes. Again.
Until an enchanting woman from a far-off land appeared at the palace.
An enchanting
Beyond
woman
that.
from a foreign land? Heck yeah, sign me up. Oh, it's just Gal Gadot. Psh, never mind.
I ain't gonna lie, we have to ask some serious questions. What was it hitting on? What was the neck like? It, I watch too much T-Banks. Did she have nice toes? I don't like toes. Just needed it for the joke. But like, how? How? I know you're grieving, blah 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 blah. Your wife's dead. Your wife's dead. But it's like, like, how do you not notice someone is evil unless she just turned evil for some reason? How do you not know she's evil and trying to like take over the kingdom? Unless she got the fuck. Whatever happened to her?
Fine.
So great was her beauty that it seemed to grant her powers beyond the ordinary. She married the king. But she was not what she appeared. She was evil.
Wow, the typecasting in this movie is crazy. So what ends up happening is the king marries this foreign woman and she convinces him to go to war with the southern kingdom. But he never comes back, which leaves
How? You feel me? Maybe it's because I'm not the strongest man in the world, or I value my life. But there's not a woman on this earth who can convince me to go to war for no reason. No, there's really not. I'm not gonna get my leg blown off, arm blown off. Shout out to the people in the military who went to war voluntarily. Salute y'all. I don't know, something about PTSD that doesn't seem appealing to me. You know?
her as the new queen, and Snow White is just like shut away forever.
As the years passed, the people nearly forgot there ever was a princess named Snow White.
Yeah, really? Did they all like die or something?
We're the good.
You know, it's kind of funny how like the reception in this movie was so bad, and this haircut is so goofy looking, that everyone kind of forgot that Rachel Zegler is like one of the hottest human beings to ever exist.
Ugh. Different strokes, different folks. To me, nah, we're talking about celebrities. Doesn't crack my top 20, bro.
This movie did her so dirty. Now, one day, Snow White is doing whatever she does, and that's when she just so happens to run into a boy in the castle. Bleh, cooties, gross.
I'm sorry. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm looking
Where the hole?
for some peanut butter to suck through a straw so I can work out my jaw, you know what I'm saying? You got any chain link fences I can chew on? Dude, look at me, I don't need facial hair to hide my weak chin. So this thief guy and Snow White start talking for a bit, as people do sometimes, or so I'm told.
I'm gonna have to ask you to put those back.
I would, but it seems like the queen has plenty already.
Oh,
You really think the people upstairs want to share with people like us?
well, the princess would. All she does is think.
Don't tell me she's about to do that thing where she's talking about herself all nicely and like that princess would never like type like if I was a princess I would feed everybody, but like sucks to be the princess because she don't have the power to, but she did. If she did have the power, she would do it. You feel what I'm saying? Type. Like, yeah. Shut
Think
up.
of how to help her people.
Oh, well, then you should let her know. At some point, It might be useful for her to stop thinking, maybe start doing.
But I shared a
Talk to
post on
him.
Facebook. What else could I possibly do? So the thief guy escapes, and Snow White goes to talk to the queen about how the people are starving, and she should maybe kind of like share some food or something. And she's like, ew.
Again, random little thing that hit me in the head. Why do all these people not care about like their kingdoms and junk? Why'd you wanna like I get it, power, getting your toe sucked, whatever. People feeding you grapes and whatever, right? But don't you look outside, you feel me? If you're at the top of the castle, you know what I'm saying, you see a kid just bones looking like this, and people getting stabbed for crumbs and junk. You don't think I'm like, I should probably do something. You feel me? Even if you're evil, it's like there's a reflection of you. Like if your whole country is bad, it reflects badly on you. So even if you don't care about the people, it's a bad look.
Is weak, useless, fragile. The other, hard, unyielding, everlasting, flawless. Look at yourself. Isn't this what you want? Go on. Speak to your people.
You know what really
I ain't gonna lie, that fits.
is inspiring how Gal Gadot got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for having the acting chops of a high school sophomore. I mean, hey, follow your dreams, kids. So, Snow White is reminded of how powerless she is, and so she sings one of the new songs in the movie, Waiting on a Wish. And like, I gotta say, the lyrics are really corny, but as far as Disney powered ballads go, like, this song's actually pretty awesome. I saw a lot of people saying the songs are trash, but like, I don't know about all that. Some of them sound pretty good. Anyway, so as per the Snow White story, the queen goes into her magic mirror room and asks the mirror who's the fairest one of all.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Again, my video, I'm gonna pause whenever I so please. But do you have to buy a magic mirror, or it's kind of like you have to make it? Do you have to make your mirror come to life, or you just kind of Amazon it from a blacksmith?
Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But wait. A lovely maiden I now behold.
Is this dude up to like 2 packs a day or something? This dude sounds like he hangs out at gas stations for fun. But as you can imagine, the queen is none too thrilled about this, and she sends a huntsman, whatever that is, to go take Snow White apple picking so he can, hold on, what am I allowed to say now? Control, Alt, delete her.
Take Snow White far into the forest. Find a secluded glade
Ah,
where
damn.
she can pick apples. And there, kill her.
Majesty, she's just a girl.
I'm your
You're lucky I let you live. You know what we do to your people in these times. Man, shut up. No, she can't do it. Don't do it. Damn. Chop, chop.
queen.
And so he tries to do that, but obviously doesn't go through with it, or else this will be a really short movie.
No balls. Anyway, why apple picking? What a random thing to do. Isn't there someone who, like, job it is to do that? You feel me? And if the people don't remember that she's a princess or whatever, she's in really no danger. So she can go by herself. Plot hole. Man, he ain't lying for real.
What is his face? What, Snow White? No. What happened? Anyway, so he lets her go and she runs into the dark magic forest full of evil arthritis trees and gets rescued by some cute little animals like this little turtle. Look at this little man. Look at how happy he is. What's that like? And so all these little tennis balls on strings take her to a cute little cottage where she breaks in and falls asleep. This, of course, is where the movie introduces us to the dwarves.
A splendid day to say
That's you.
Oh my.
Isn't I?
Why, thank you.
You know what I'm allergic to? This sorry.
Yeah, they probably should have got little people to do this because Yikes.
He's just a choice.
No. No, my goodness. What happened?
Shut it, Grumps.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
No. Stop. Ah! No, Mr. Bacon, stop. Let's all take a moment and just look at this for a while.
Never mind. This movie is actually peak.
Okay, that's enough. This is all Peter Dinklage's fault, by the way, okay? We could have had regular looking people. You know, heaven forbid people with dwarfism get paid union work, am I right? Is this any better? This is just a convention of every sleep paralysis demon I've ever had. These dudes look like the nightmare puppets from Lazy Town. It's just so weird how, like, the animals are very cartoony and very cute, right? Like, the deer is literally just Bambi. But the dwarves are more on the realistic side, so they just look horrendous. Like, Dopey is just some dude. Anyway.
Question. Why do the others... Where do they come from? Just a random question. Where do the dwarves come from? Because why is one young, none of them are female, and some are old?
Wait, so they all come home from working in the mines and there's a girl in their bed?
How do you just fall asleep in a random person's house? In the middle of the woods? What if there's like a man out there or something? You feel me? What if it's like not like a friendly bear? What if it's like a man? Ugh. What if like a man out there? Like you never know what a man could do. Please, I'd rather be with a bear. Type.
No,
You're
I guess
in my
not.
house.
I mean, I had the same reaction like 15 seconds ago. But once they calm down, everyone's like, hello, what's all this then?
Well, where did you come from? Are you hungry? Can we be friends?
Do you have Snapchat? What's your Discord? What's your favorite Sonic game?
My parents always said this forest was a magical place.
And I've always said that humans cause nothing but trouble.
Okay, see, now you're speaking my language. But
I know they're little people, but aren't they human? Or am I making too many assumptions?
like, it's not even just the fact that the faces are terrifying, but also the animation in general is so janky. Like how did this get approved? This looks so bad. Anyway, so while this is all going on, the queen thinks Snow White is, in the recycle bin. So once again, she goes to the mirror and she's like, hey, so, like, do you still think I'm hot?
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Far beyond the castle wall, somewhere in the woods dwells Snow White.
My dude, what are you doing? Stop snitching! Make some...
Oh, is her name actually like Snow? Oh, dang. Oh, dang. What? I didn't know that. Huh. Anyway, there's not like anybody else in the whole world. They ain't got nothing down there in Africa or Africosia, whatever they call it. They ain't got nothing. It's only between these two.
Something up! And so the queen's like, harumph, and sings a song about being evil and hot or whatever. Remember back when Gal Gadot and all the other celebrities like cured COVID by singing Imagine by John Lennon? and then all of our problems.
No cap, celebrity need to shut up when it comes to like regular people type of thing, because y'all got money. You feel me? Like your house is an amusement park. You have an infinity pool. Stop trying to like be like, oh, we're going through the same thing too. You're in your one bedroom apartment with your two kids and husband that snores a lot. But we're going through the same thing as you. No, you're not. Shut up. You still get paid millions.
Were solved. Anyway, so Snow White keeps hanging out with all the dwarves and everyone's getting to know each other.
I
forgot getting along could be so much fun. I forgot we had an oven in here.
When I was a little girl, every day was like this.
Yeah, okay, I was a 90s kid too, Snow White. Like, come on, you ain't special. Also, I love how Snow White just can't stop trauma dumping on everyone she meets. Everyone's all singing and dancing, making merry, having a good time, and then she's like,
When I was a little girl, every day was like this.
Every day?
Yeah.
Every day.
Then my parents died.
When my father was king.
yeah, okay, everyone's having a good time right now, Snow White, all right? Let's try reading the room, huh? Anyway, so for some
Sorry,
reason, Snow
Cooper.
White decides to go look for her dad because, like, the bandit thief guy from earlier said that he steals in the name of the king or something. And so she sets out to find him and runs right into him like 20 seconds later.
Don't say a word.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like this dude lives in a forest, right? How is he so baby bottom smooth face like this? This guy should look like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
I'm actually looking for my father, hoping you might be able to help me.
Oh, I'm so sorry to disappoint. You must have mistaken me for a knight in shining armor.
It was
Question. If he's still alive, why isn't he like back at the kingdom? You know? If he's not like up there, why not come back and stop the evil lady? You know,
hoping you might know something.
Oh, of course. Princesses are always waiting for a prince to show up.
Wink, wink, hey, he's not a prince like in the original movie. This ain't your grandma, Snow White.
Hands up. Step away from our captain, and no harm will come to you.
You're just a common criminal.
My name's Jonathan, Princess. Not Jonathan, Princess. Just Jonathan. Princess. Look. You seen...
You know, we're all poking fun about this face, but like this dude makes the same exact face for like half of the movie. It's an epidemic, I tell you what. Anyway, so long story short, the queen sends guards to find Snow White, but with the help of the bandits and her own ingenuity, she escapes. However, Captain Adam's apple over here takes a crossbow bolt for her, and she takes him back to the dwarves to try and save his life.
I used a blast furnace to cut through the bedrock, then drill to the fissure core.
is he alive or not? Shut up.
A dose
Oh
of
my
acetum
God.
saturninum, acid of sulfur dulcified.
Yeah, okay, you had a lot of fun at Coachella, we get it. And so the bandit is saved, and now the humans and dwarves are best friends.
Hot milk. It helps me sleep.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not really in the mood for dwarf milk right now. Now, remember back when Rachel Zegler said that the movie is totally, definitely not about Snow White falling in love?
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it.
That is not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's
Again, why? Nah, to be honest, I cannot care less. I'm 20 years old. I was never gonna watch the movie anyway. So let's get that out the way. What? Why not make a different movie? I don't know. Why? Like, y'all know that, like, if Disney knows that they're not Marvel, they can't just do whatever because they got 30-year-old weirdos that still watch their movies and really connect with the characters type. Not what anybody likes, but you know, you gotta make a joke sometimes. But yeah, it's like, why are you changing it so much for? Like, you feel me? Like, why not make a whole new movie instead of calling it Snow White? You know? Like, why give it the same name or something if you're gonna take out the whole essence of girl gets saved by a dude? And again, couldn't care less. Was never gonna watch the movie. But it's like, why not have them work together? I don't know.
she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
Well, guess what happens anyway? Oh!
is she falling? Love? Hold on. What? You're taking away her feminine energy to a man? I see why the movie got 1 stars.
Ooh, the power of having 2 conversations in a chin like Farquaad. Like, seriously though, you guys have barely spoken to each other this whole movie? Sarcastic comment. Witty response. But then, like, right after this, somehow, for some reason, the bandit not Prince guy gets captured by the Queen's guard, and they take him to the castle.
You look familiar. Oh, yeah. The lady with the good potatoes.
Where is Snow White?
The same place as your acting skills. So, with no other choice left, the Queen uses her dark hot girl magic to turn into an ugly old lady and make a poison apple to give to Snow White, who she just, like, knows where she is.
Jonathan?
Ew.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
No, I just...
Yeah, you like the humpback in Notre Dame. Jesus, we're a bell or something. Let it be known.
I was expecting someone else.
I mean, like, the guards were looking for days and found nothing, but then the Queen's just, like, goes to the cottage. This movie could have been over in 5 minutes the whole time.
I know I don't have much to give.
Thank you.
Eat it.
For him. For your father.
Eat it.
And then Snow White expires horizontally, or whatever. And that's the end of the movie. Thanks for watching, everybody. Anyway, so the bandit guy just can't stay away from this haircut for 1 second longer. So he breaks out of the prison and rushes back to find out that he's too late to save Snow White. And then guess what happens?
I will never understand why are people kissing dead bodies. That's disgusting. You know, there ain't no life in there. It's like, I don't know why I just assume, like a rat, not like a rat, like bugs are gonna come out of her mouth, even though she's only been dead for like less than 2 hours, give or take. Yeah. Nah, can't do it. Storyteller. No, it's actually crazy. Like, these stories take place in, like, let's call it medieval times, where people poop in the street and die and horizontally expire from every type of sickness known to men. And you're telling me, if they're married, all they have to do is smooch a little when their partner's dead and their partner is back to life. Whoever said laughing was the best medicine, cap. Smooching is the best medicine. That sweet, sweet loving.
Wait, you thought I was dead, so you made out with me?
That is
not gonna be saved by the prince.
She's not gonna be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by a handsome prince. She's going to be saved by some mid-looking dude who lives in a forest. See? Totally different movie. And so, the end of the movie is Snow White returning to the town, and everyone's like, whoa. And she's like, whoa. And then the queen comes out and makes a diamond dagger for some reason.
If you want the throne,
take
it.
I don't need a sword. I have the power of friendship. And then the queen's like, her, and the guard's like, her. And then Snow White...
I'll do it.
It's like, and then she appeals to everyone's inner humanity or something.
Paul, you were a farmer. Matthew, you were a baker. I remember you. All of you.
I said enough.
There was a time where we lived with hope. Good things were nurtured and allowed to grow.
Yeah, guys, remember when we had Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon back-to-back every Saturday morning on Fox Kids? I didn't know how good I had it. And so the Queen's magic is broken. Everyone in town seizes the means of production, and the Queen is kind of perturbed about all this and runs away.
She will always be more fair than thee.
Yes.
You know, I got
Again, do these things come with like a warranty or warning? Can she sue if she ever comes back? These are questions we need to
this right
answer.
here with the Queen is so cool. The visual artistic direction of everything to do with the Queen is really awesome. Like her outfits, the chambers, the mirror room, the whole ending scene here. Like this was all wasted on such a mediocre movie. Whoever did all this was working way above their pay grade. But all the same, that's the end of the movie. So like obviously this score is just people on the internet being dumb. And honestly, I even think the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes is a bit low. Like not that it's a great movie, but I didn't think it was this bad. As many people before me have said, Gal Gadot's outfits are incredible. And there's some really cool visuals in some parts. But then we have stuff like this, which like I haven't been able to sleep for about a week and a half now. But like as for the movie itself, you know, it's extremely paint by numbers. No character has any arc or development of any kind. They just are. Except Dopey, who's like too shy to talk the whole movie, but then he finally finds the courage to speak his truth.
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm restaurant. My uncle Junior works there, who is a Jehovah's Witness.
That's his... Oh my god, that's great.
Believe it or not, he went from Catholic to Jehovah.
But all the same, this movie did so bad in theaters that Disney's halted production on its upcoming Tangled and Hercules remakes. So who knows what the future of all this is gonna be. And like, obviously for the sake of my YouTube channel, I hope they keep pumping out this garbage, but for the sake of my soul though, like, I don't know how much more I can take. So yeah, like, my honest, actual thoughts here is like, I don't think this movie is nearly as bad as
My final thoughts are, I do not care this much about this movie, so where I have opinions or care to watch the whole thing for myself and make my own opinion. Because again, grown man do not care about Disney that much. Even if it's like anime or something, I don't care that much. Because guess what? 21st century. If I want to watch the original thing, Netflix, pirate sites, go to the library and search the ancient documents for a DVD. It's never that deep. But anyway, that will end the video. Watch the other video I posted today, hopefully. And yeah.